You can build a life that looks beautiful on the outside while collapsing on the inside. That's what happens when a life is built outside of God, outside of the kingdom. Last week, we talked about why we need to ditch the goals and New Year's resolutions and seek the kingdom first. And today we're going to go deeper because if we don't understand why, we'll end up right back where we started, doing the same things and expecting different results. So let's answer the question. What happens when you build your life outside of God, outside of the kingdom? So it always starts with identity. Identity is everything. Identity is the foundation of our lives. From the time when we were young, we were asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then later, our identity gets challenged. Who do you think you are? You can't do that. You're not that. You're this. Intentionally or unintentionally, people try to assign us an identity. And if we don't know who we are, as God created us to be, we fall into the trap of accepting a false identity. And then we build a life on lies. So many people are living lives they were never intended to live because they accepted an identity that was never theirs. Now, the world or another person can never tell you who you are because they did not create you. Now, you might say, wait a minute. My mother and father created me. They got together and voila, here I am. But they didn't create you. They partnered with God to bring you into the world, which is why we are instructed to honor thy mother and father. But God is the creator. Now, the Bible tells us in Jeremiah 1:5, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. So it's letting us know that before you were ever conceived, you were already known. Your identity was already established by the one who created you. And yet we live in a world that's constantly assigning labels, roles, functions, and value to people. And many of us accept those labels or even create our own. And when you build your life on a false identity, you walk through life feeling like something is missing, something is off, and you don't know why. Now, the world thrives on comparison. It's constantly comparing people. And if you fall into the comparison trap, then you'll end up stealing or borrowing somebody else's identity, leading you to depression, emptiness, and dissatisfaction. You can make $1 trillion, achieve every accolade that the world has to offer. But if it was all built on a false, stolen, or borrowed identity, you're still going to feel unhappy, incomplete, and confused. We see this all the time, and we hear about it from people from all walks of life. From the millionaires to celebrities to influencers to our coworkers and our next door neighbors. Eventually, the life that they built begins to collapse through depression, loss of meaning. They lose the meaning of life, midlife crisis, nervous breakdowns. When you know who you are and who you were created to be, you will build the life you would always intended to live. No one can tell you who you are except the one who created you. A life built outside of the kingdom is a lie. And the irony is this: the world keeps telling us stay true to yourself, when most people were never taught or shown who they really are. So if your life has been built outside of the kingdom, this is your invitation to pivot. And I'll end with this. There was a caregiver who worked with people in their final days, and she stated that as patients were nearing the end of their lives, many of them shared their deepest regrets. And the most common one was this: I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. See, most of these people were living according to identities assigned by others, shaped by culture, and reinforced by comparison. What a tragedy. Don't let that be you. So seek the kingdom first. And as you seek the kingdom, the identity God already established will be revealed.